Hi, Crazy Joe here. I've been asked to show how I've wired in my NT fairings headlights for my CBR 600RR5. I'm not a mechanic, I'm not an electrician, so this is just how I've done it. You know, do it how you wish. I did the best that I could, and this is how I've done it.
These are the NT fairing headlights for a CBR 600RR5. They have angel eyes, demon eyes and HIDs, high and low beam in each, and they're absolutely fantastic. They come with two switches, one, well, I don't know what they're for, because they've based the wiring on having a light switch, as in no lights, side lights and main lights. Because this bike doesn't have one and the handlebar switches that come with it are completely redundant, what I did, I wired the angel eyes into the third eye so they're on all of the time. I wired in an earth switch for the HIDs to turn them completely on or off, and I've got those on a little rocker switch, and I've got a push button auxiliary switch that lights up for the demon eyes. The power for that I've done all off for the demon eyes and the angel eyes. The power feed is done off the third eye. It is a bit of a mess in here and the lighting's not great. So I've off the third eye, I've got the angel eyes hardwired into those, and all the necessary gubbins I've tucked in there where the headlight relay is, the high and low beam, so that's all tucked away there. I've nabbed the power off here also to run down to power the switch, or the auxiliary push button switch that I've got on the infill panel. Those and an earth go to this, so I can turn demon eyes on and off. The earth for the headlights go into this rocker switch, so I can turn those on and off. Because stock there's a plug for this one and a plug for that one, the kit comes with one plug, so I don't know what they expect you to do. So what I did, I destroyed the plug to start with, and I extended the high beam wire and the earth to come along to here, and I put the low beam, the high beam and the earth into this one plug, and I've put the other side of that plug on the bike, which we'll get to. These go to the wires that come off the ballast for the HIDs on either side. These are a feed for the demon eyes, I believe. And yeah, so that's basically it. So I've wired angel eyes, third eye on all the time, power feed down to an auxiliary switch to turn my demon eyes on and off, which are these plugs here. These wires go to the demon eyes. I've run them down here into these off each headlight, so there's another wire here that bridges into this one, into the back of this plug, and then down along here to these. And yeah, so we've got the same to the other side as well. On the bike we have a control module with a power feed that goes up to the battery that's fused. You've got a pair of two pairs of wires in here, one for the demon eyes, one for the HIDs, and that I've put through to the other side of the engine, through there basically, and out the same side, the other side. And you've got your feed for your beam, which goes to this plug here, so you've got high, low and earth. I've got the earth switch coming out here, so I've cut the earth back down here, fed 2 of the wires up to go to my rocker switch to turn the main lights on and off. There's the connector for the HIDs, for the demon eyes, and there's an earth for my other switch. I've put plugs and everything because I want to be able to take it on and off. So all the earths from each ballast, because there's 2 ballasts, I've got those tied to the frame, one either side. Each one has an earth. I've got those earthed to the main earth on the bike, and I've just fed them through as best I can. It is very tight round here. I've had to move the relays down to here, and it is one hell of a squeeze to get the air duct and everything on. I'll try and get some of these underneath the air duct and tuck it round as best I can. Some go on top. It's just all very, very tight when it all goes together. The other side, it's a lot easier because all you've got is your other ballast. I had to take the toolbox off to get the wires fed through our shaft. Then we've got the wires that come out of that go to the headlight, and the other one that goes to the demon eyes, or the auxiliary lights, if you will. Oh yeah, that is effectively how you do it. It looks pretty simple when it's done, but it has been a pain in the anus because, like I say, they come with handlebar switches, but you've got nowhere to put them. So I had to figure out how I was going to do it, because I was on the assumption that when you turned the lights on, the demon eyes would go off, and if you turn the lights off, the demon eyes would come on. That's not the case. They all need either switching or wiring, hard wiring in. Angel eyes you can get away with hard wiring in, but the demon eyes don't turn off if you put headlights on, and if your headlights are on you can't see the demon eyes. There's just like a weird blue flicker behind it, and it doesn't really look very good. And because there's no switch on here to change the lights, you could wire them in to the switch in the handlebars. Excuse the neighbour, leaf blowing. So yeah, because of there isn't a switch here, I've wired the switches in to the infield here, and the angel eyes hardwired into the third eye. Oh yeah, it took me ages to figure it all out. I had to lengthen a few of the wires, get them to reach from, well, just to get them to reach. But I've got them working, and they work really well. They're mega bright. They're so much better than stock. If anyone uses their bike at night, I would highly recommend fitting them. They're half the price of stock, and they're 10 times the light. They really are. Bit of a faff to fit, but yeah, totally worth it.